I made two because there's always a chance, a very high chance, that I'm gonna mess up. These ferro rods are from China. The really good ferro rods are usually made out in Europe. A lot of them come from France. Really good ones come from France. But I've been using these China ones for years, and they put out just as much sparks as the other one. I try to get France when I can, but you usually can only get those ones on eBay. These ones just come right off of Amazon. Not bad, and they're big, so they're, it'll last you a lifetime. So definitely working with wood is a lot easier than working with bone or than working with antler. But I use the same method. I start out with the smaller drill bits and graduate to the larger ones. And I'm really cautious when I first start that the bit catches or takes a bite, that I don't, you know, crack and break the whole thing and ruin my whole project. So I've learned over the years I got to be patient. I got to take it slow. I got to listen. I got to feel. And then I can, usually be pretty successful. Now, this is cedar wood. And I picked a piece that didn't have any cracks. But anytime you go into cedar, this particular one, this particular log or whatever I used, it had cracks all over. So to find a piece that's going to be really strong without cracking is pretty difficult. I think I did pretty well narrowing it down to a piece that didn't have any cracks. But there's always a chance that, it'll crack in the end. I'm going to put a lot of glue on the inside. This way, it'll not only keep the ferro rod inside the hole of the wood, but if there's a crack, then that glue that's already in there will kind of mend that crack. Over here, I just use my grinder. I like to round the edges, and then I like to use the wheel, the grinding wheel, to kind of like make a burn onto this part right there that I'm showing you. While I'm doing this, the cedar smells absolutely amazing, and especially when it starts to get warm like it is right now on the grinder. Oh man, it's a beautiful smell. I'm gonna end up putting boiled linseed oil on this to seal it, and it kind of seals away the smell, but it doesn't. It's not like a varnish or nothing, so you can, within time of the oils getting into the wood, you can start to smell the cedar again, which is why I like using the boiled linseed oil, because eventually you start to smell the wood, and that's one of my favorite parts about using cedar. And here I am just putting a little hole, like a lanyard hole, I could go all the way through, but I like to do this like half type of a hole, or down and across, so the lanyard comes out just one side, not like all the way through like typical or what anybody else would do. I try to be a little bit different, a little bit creative. It seems a little cool to me. I don't know. And it's not really hard. When I stick the leather strap through it, it tends to go right up and out, and I'm able to work with the leather really easy to make a lanyard.
Sur tous les instants qui défilent et se mélangent, c'est ton visage qui se dessine et jamais ne s'efface. Rien ne durcit, les souvenirs se remplacent. Quand la vie nous rattrapera, on aura gagné cette histoire. Prends ma main, car la nuit est à nous. On ne s'éveillera que pour le de nos plus beaux jours. Que cet instant dure des heures, puis le reste n'est plus peur. En ce moment, rien ne sera comme avant. C'est pas le soleil qui s'en va, le jour qui passe. C'est la nuit qui nous appelle, son rythme nous entraîne. Et si les étoiles se révèlent à nous ce soir, peut-être qu'on les attrapera avec un peu de notre espoir. Prends ma main, car la nuit est à nous. On ne s'éveillera que pour l'aube de nos plus beaux jours. Que cet instant dure des heures, puis le reste n'est plus peur. En ce moment, rien ne sera comme avant. Prends ma main, car la nuit est à nous. On ne s'éveillera que pour l'aube de nos plus beaux jours. Que cet instant dure des heures, puis le reste n'est plus peur. En ce moment, rien ne sera comme avant. Prends ma main, car la nuit est à nous. On ne s'éveillera que pour l'aube de nos plus beaux jours. Que cet instant dure des heures, puis le reste n'est plus peur. En ce moment, rien ne sera comme avant. Prends ma main, n'aie plus peur, oublie le reste. La nuit est à nous.
So this leather, I bought a spool of leather for all sorts of crafts that I do. But these little beads that I have, I got them off of a bracelet that broke. One of my bracelets that broke probably like a year ago. And I just had it there in that yellow basket that you see in front of us right there, and waiting for the moment where I would use them in one of my projects. And just so happens to be that it's today for Mr. Thomas Painter. And I just wanted Thomas to have one of these Ferrocerium rods so he can participate in the Fatwood Friday with me and Pete and Luke and Matt from Dope. I'm hoping that lots of other people participate in Fatwood Friday. If you do not have fat wood, or if, Pete said where you guys could get fat wood, just at the store, which is cool and fine. And they even have like little bundles of like fire starter, tinder stuff. That's pretty cool too. But if you don't have none, reach out to me an email, or if you know me, call me. And if you don't have a ferrocerium rod, I can always help you guys out with that too. Have a good day.